Cowboys 10 meters, Vernon Bryant, staff photographer Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Michael Gallup 13, is congratulated by Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Cole Beasley 11, after Gallup scored a touchdown during the second half of play at it. Dallas Cowboys defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-20 to capture the NFC East. Vernon Bryant, The Dallas Morning News by David Moore, staff writer at David Moore in Arlington. The Cowboys beat an inferior opponent at home to win their third division title in the last 5 years. Nothing to apologize about there, especially when you consider Dallas was 2 games under .500 in early November. Quarterback Dak Prescott is right when he maintains most people outside of the organization counted us out, but in the wake of the team's 27-20 win over Tampa Bay, locked into the No. 4 seed with one insignificant regular season game to play before the playoffs are underway, ask yourself this. How good do you feel about the Cowboys' chances based on what you've seen from the offense? Is this group built to travel deep into January or destined for another one and out that has become the norm on the sporadic occasions the franchise has made the playoffs over the last 23 years? The weight of these questions is enough for Jerry Jones, the normally effusive and optimistic owner, to concede, "We certainly have some work." The Cowboys responded to their first shutout in 15 years by scraping together just 232 yards on offense. The Buccaneers held the ball nearly 11 minutes longer than Dallas and allowed the Cowboys to convert just 3 of 9 third-down opportunities. Struggling against a desperate Indianapolis team on the road is one thing. The Bucs, that's another matter. Tampa Bay's defense entered Sunday's game at it. A defense that allowed an average of 128.1 yards on the ground held the ground and pound Cowboys to 80 yards. Prescott had only one completion of more than 13 yards. Michael Gallup led Dallas with 3 catches for 53 yards. Jameis Winston more than doubled Prescott's passing output with 336 yards through the air. 3 Bucs had more receiving yards than Gallup. "We won the game," said Prescott, who acknowledged that Dallas must improve defensively. At the end of the day, if you won the game, you scored more points than they did, that's all that matters. True. But the Cowboys will face a much tougher opponent than Tampa Bay in the first round of the playoffs. This sort of offensive inefficiency will be difficult to overcome if the Dallas defense doesn't score a touchdown the way it did Sunday. How Jalen Smith's 69-yard touchdown helped the Cowboys take the next step defensively versus the Buccaneers. The Cowboys' offense did score touchdowns on 2 of their 3 trips into the red zone. That's progress. While the first was impressive, 8 plays for 73 yards, the second only required 2 plays to travel 4 yards, compliments of Randy Gregory's fumble recovery. The Dallas offense has now scored just 2 touchdowns in its last 17 possessions. "It's obvious we need to do better, especially when we get down close to the end zone," Pro Bowl guard Zach Martin said. "That's been a problem for us all year. I know we're going to continue to work on it and hopefully be better in the playoffs. We need to fix that going forward." Another issue, Jones said going into the game, the Cowboys wanted to get the ball to Amari Cooper. In a lot of ways, he caught 4 passes for 20 yards and wasn't a factor. Cooper has 8 catches for 52 yards in the 2 games since he was named the NFC's Offensive Player of the Week in the win over Philadelphia. Add that to the list of issues the offense must fix. "Our expectations are high and we're going to get where we need to be, but it's going to take the work," Prescott said. "We've got a lot of work still that we want to do. None of that is meant to discard the work it took to dig out of a 3-5 hole to win the NFC East." Ezekiel Elliott, who rushed for 85 yards and had 5 catches for another 24 yards, spoke about how everyone were writing this team off 7 to 8 weeks ago. Head coach Jason Garrett talked about a young team that was inconsistent early, one that struggled to handle success and adversity to round into a tough club. "It speaks volumes of the guys and the fight that we have," Martin said. "I think we all knew the kind of team we had. And we were at 3-5, it just didn't feel right. We knew we were so much better than that, just look at our roster. I don't know if there is a better defense in football than our defense. We have, I think, the best player in football, Elliott, in no. 21 and a bunch of guys around him. Elliott is one of the best players in football. But this is far from one of the best defenses. We'll get it down, Prescott said. We'll get better, time is running out. Catch David Moore on the Ticket, KTCK-AM 1310 and 96.7 FM, with the Musers at 9:35 a.m. Every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and the Hardline at 4:15 p.m. Every Tuesday and Friday during the regular season. Twitter, @DavidMooreMN.